Hi everyone, I'm Ashwin and I welcome to the Tf-Idf session using R today. Before jumping into the code, let us see a description on what is meant by Tf-Idf and where it is used. By the way, if you are interested in forming a word cloud using Python or R, you can watch our previous video that gives a detailed explanation of it. You can find the link in the description. Okay now, what is Tf-Idf? Tf-Idf stands for Term Frequency Inverse Document Frequency, also called as Tf-Idf weight. This weight is a statistical measure used to evaluate how important a word is in a set of documents or what we call it as corpus. To understand this concept better, let us see a small example. Consider a set of comments for a smartphone product like the one below. We have four comments here. Wonderful smartphone under 10,000. Smartphone is very bad. Best smartphone of the year, very good. Smartphone is very good. You already know that the review is going to be for the smartphone and you want to know whether the smartphone is good or bad from these reviews. There are various methods to handle this and one of the simplest methods is Tf-Idf. The first stage in this method is to calculate term frequency. But before calculating term frequency, we must know what does a term mean, right? Terms are unique words present from our comments. So the unique term present in our comments are wonderful, good, smartphone, under, 10,000 is very bad, best of the year. Got it? So and what are documents? Documents is nothing but the comments we have under review. So here we have four comments or otherwise four documents. Let's move to a Excel sheet to understand this calculation better. The first step is to see if a word is present in a document or not. Arrange the terms in rows on documents in columns. If a term is present in a document, indicate it as 1, otherwise indicate it as 0. Here we have the word wonderful appearing in the first document, so we indicate it as 1. But the word good is not present in document 1, so we indicate it as 0. Again, the word smartphone is appearing in document, so we indicating it as 1. So like this, we have to plot for all the terms across all the documents. Now the next step is to find term frequency. Term frequency is calculated by the formula number of times term t appear in a document divided by total number of terms in the document. So in the first comment, we see the word wonderful appear one time and we have 4 terms in document 1. So divide 1 by 4 to get the term frequency for the word wonderful in document 1. Let's take another word smartphone. It appears one time in document 1 and we have 4 terms in document 1, so divide 1 by 4. Similarly, it will be 1 by 4 for document 2, 1 by 7 for document 3 because document 3 has 7 terms in it, and 1 by 4 for document 4. Got it? The third step is to calculate inverse document frequency. This is an important step and very easy one too. We can calculate IDF using the following formula. Natural log or log of base 2 of total number of documents divided by number of documents with term t in it. We know that the total number of documents or comments are 4. So for the word wonderful, the IDF score will be ln of 4 by 1 because word wonderful appeared only one time across all the documents. Now take another document smartphone. The IDF score will be ln of 4 by 4 because word smartphone appeared across all the documents. You can notice that ln of 4 by 4 will be 0, which indicates that the term is occurring too frequently and we have penalized it for that. Now the next step is to calculate Tf-Idf score for each term and document. So multiplying Tf with Idf for each word in each document and arrive at a Tf-Idf score. To know total score of a particular term, just add Tf-Idf score for particular term across documents. The total score gives the weighted score of each term. The last step is to sort out these weighted scores in descending order and see which words are important in these documents. Notice we are using the word importance and not frequent. If we have used the word frequent, then word smartphone would have come out of stock because it appeared in across all the documents. We can notice that words like wonderful, best, under, 10,000 describe that the smartphone is good under a price tag of 10,000 rupees. So we got the answer that the smartphone under review is good to buy, right? So great. Before moving into the code base, let us see where Tf-Idf is used. You may be surprised that Tf-Idf weights are widely used by search engines like Google to determine the list or corpus of web pages that are relevant to your search query. Sounds interesting, isn't it? So what really happens is that when we enter a search query in a search engine like Google, it briefly does two things. One, it determines how trustworthy and reputable a given website is. The second is whether the input query entered by the user is matching the relevant documents, that is, website pages, and scores them. Based on the score priority, it fetches the results. So basically, the keywords used in a website plays a very important role as it determines whether a website is listed in a first page or not, and also it determines the website rankings within a page. One thing we have to take into account is that Tf-Idf result may not largely differ from the normal word frequency, but using a word with higher importance than with higher frequency may rank a website little higher, which is very important for SEO or search engine optimization. Having a website listed as a first result instead of a third result or in the second page makes a huge difference, isn't it? The next application is to tag the reviews or comments in an e-commerce website or in a blog. Consider websites like Amazon or Flipkart. If you see a review for a product, you can see tags like the one below, right? So how Amazon does it? It's not being manually done, right? Because there are 78,000 reviews for this product. So one of the methods they would have deployed to get this tag would be Tf-Idf. One more application I would like to highlight is using Tf-Idf in chatbot system. In chatbot, basically what we do is interact with the system, right? So similar to Google, based on your input query, it tries to fetch the relevant response that is present in its database. So if you ask what is the current status of coronavirus in India, it takes these keywords, search in its database and fetches a relevant result if it has. I think we have gone through enough concept and use cases of Tf-Idf. We took so much time here because concepts are very important than the code itself. Because as you see later, some 5 to 10 lines of code can fetch you the Tf-Idf results. So now let's move to the OR code now. If you had seen our previous session, we would have used SMS dataset that contains a list of spam comments. We are using the same here. We are reading the SMS dataset file and putting into a data frame called dataset. Open the dataset and see if the file is loaded properly. Here we can see we have a list of normal and spam messages. Since our target is only spam comments, we will filter only the spam comments, which we are doing here. Convert the data frame into a corpus or a collection of text. As with all data, the first step before analyzing is to clean the data. So here we will perform the list of text cleaning activities using TM package. If you want to see the detailed description on each step, please check our workload session. It will be present there. After performing all the data cleaning steps, we are lemmatizing the text, that is, converting the text to root word. Say for example, pricing, priced and pricey will be converted to root word price. This is done by comparing the word with inbuilt dictionary using TextM package. Now let's come to the Tf-Idf portion. The first step is to create a term document matrix with weighting method as Tf-Idf. If you leave the weighting as blank, a term document matrix will be created using term frequency, that is, number of times the term or words appear across document. We will see this later as a comparison. In TM package, there are also other weighting methods which you can explore by seeing the below link. If you see TDM Tf-Idf, term document matrix is created in a form of a list. To make it readable and for further analysis, we will convert to a matrix using as.matrix method. We will use head.matrix to see Tf-Idf scores of 10 terms across 322 documents. As you can see, word avoid is present in document word, so we see a score of 0.35. But if you see in document 2, the score for the word avoid is 0 because it is not present in that document. Now we have Tf-Idf scores for each terms across document, right? Now the next step is to row sum the Tf-Idf scores for each term across the document. Once you add it, we will also sort that in descending order so that we know which terms are important. Now as an optional step, we will convert this to a data frame and give some column names to it. Column names to the word and to the frequency. Converting into data frame will help us visualize the data a lot better. For comparison purposes, let us repeat the last 5 to 6 steps without using Tf-Idf weighting. To do that, just pass the corpus data new to the term document matrix without specifying anything. By default, it will use term frequency. Execute this code and we can see some change in the order of terms, right? To visualize better, let us use the bar chart and plot it side by side. To plot it side by side, we will use this par mfro command. Here, the 1, 2 indicates the visualization area. We should have one row and two columns. Now let's execute both the bar plot code. We got the bar plots now. The left side chart is one with Tf-Idf weight and the right one is with term frequency without any weighting. If you see left side, call, win, free, price and text are the top terms. But in the right side, there is one going with frequency, call, text, free, now, win are the top terms. Although some commonalities exist, it is important to see the order of the terms differ, which plays a crucial role in lot of application. Also, certain words like contact, which is present in Tf-Idf top 10, is not present with the term frequency 1. So this can act as a differentiator between a person or an organization who knows Tf-Idf and who doesn't. Okay, I think you got an exhaustive coverage of Tf-Idf today. If you have any doubts, please post it in the comments. We will be happy to reply back. If you like our video, please like it, and if you want future updates, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Also, the datasets and the codes are loaded in GitHub, so you can have a look at them. It is present in the description. Also, as an add-on, we have uploaded a portion of Amazon dataset of Kindle reviews. You can try Tf-Idf with that as well. Do let us know on how it went by. In the next session, we will check on the similarity of documents or the similarity of comments using a technique called cosine similarity. It is a very interesting technique and a simple one too. Till our next video, it's bye from Ashwin. Tada!